Hello there, crafty people. It's Terry from Veegstez Creates here for iCrafter today. So earlier in the month, on the 1st of November, I brought to you a video where I made this gorgeous little lip balm holder / money holder. So a lip balm or a rolled up money note fits perfectly in there, and included in the kit. So this is the kit here. This is just in case you haven't watched it. I will link that video up here and put the link to the video in the description box below as well if you'd like to watch that. But it comes with everything you need to make this gorgeous little box, apart from the holly, which came from a different kit, also released this month. But so this one, I used it predominantly with the products that were included in the kit, but today I'm going to use it in a different way. So this one was obviously a Merry Christmas one, and then like a little scene of a little fawn standing on some grass there. But today I'm going to use, so this is the main die that you use, and I will show you the construction for all of this. It's very, very simple, so we'll do that together in case you haven't watched the last video. If you have watched the last video and you know how to construct it, you can just fast forward a few seconds, it won't be very long. So this is the die that makes the actual box, and then we have so I'm just talking through the things that I'm actually going to be using in today's video. If you want to know fully what's everything that's in here, I do recommend that you go back and watch that other video. I'm using this lovely stitched square which fits perfectly on the back of the box, so you can create a little scene in there. And those are the only two things I'm actually using from this kit, so the actual box base and that square. I decided, obviously this is a Christmas one, I wanted to make a birthday one. So from the original ribbon rosette die set, I pulled out the happy birthday die. So obviously in this set it's used in conjunction with a circle to create the topmost layer of the rosette. But you can, because there's no cutting edge on these round dies, you can use them. They're extremely versatile. You can use them, you can cut them into any shape of cardstock, which is what I've done here. So I use the circle and cut it into what will be the back piece for my card here, and then I've cut out the rest of I've cut out the actual box in this pale yellow colour. So this is what it'll look like on the back. And then, so I've just used the sentiment from that kit. And then the Box Pops original one, the oval base. So this is the one that you need to make any of the Box Pop cards. And again, if you don't know what a Box Pop card is, I'll put a link here to one that I made last month with last month's add-on kit to the Box Pop. But it's got all these beautiful flowers and different flower components and leaves and things in here. So I decided to pull out one of my many patterned paper pads. So I've just got one here that's got like loads of nice floral and like wooden and stuff, bits of paper. If you're anything like me and you sort of tend to hoard your paper and not use it, or you've got lots of scraps lying around, this is the perfect opportunity, this type of project. So I'm gonna basically use the flowers from that kit to embellish this and make it a sort of spring-like happy birthday lip balm / money roll holder, because I don't know about you, but it's quite cold and it's been raining really heavily and stuff where I am at the moment, and it's not very nice. So I'm wanting to get into those springtime vibes. So I've just cut these components out for this one flower, which is going to go here on the back. And also, again, I explained this in the last video, but in case you didn't see it, when we roll this up, this will be what you will see here. So what I'm going to do is I've cut myself, because the card I've chosen to use for this is textured on one side and flat on the other. So I've cut out, I just used the top portion of the die and cut myself another one of those, and then just, I think it still had the tabs attached to it, so I just snipped them off. So I'm going to stick that on before I fold the score line, so I'll show you that now. Actually, no, I'll score the score lines. Whoops! I'll score the score lines first, and that will enable me to find out if I need to trim anything off that yellow panel. Because I'm using a cardstock that's not particularly thick, and I do have long nails, I'm not going to be using a bone folder, I don't think. Maybe for this one. And you don't really need to use a particularly thick card, because obviously it's not going to be holding anything really heavy, but you can use whatever you have, it's completely fine. And the die does give you the score lines, yeah, because this one's quite thin, so I'm just going to make sure. And this is the bit that actually attaches to the back. So we want to make sure that's folded properly. Then we can then we can fold down the side tabs as well. And you'll see, if you haven't watched the last video, just how intuitive and simple it is to put this together. So they're all mounting folds. So you're folding away from yourself. And then what happens, and you can see it's already wanting to do this. Oh, I haven't folded that one. Once you've folded the score lines, the box sort of helps you. It wants to be assembled. So you basically fold it back like this. And then we're going to put some glue or some double-sided adhesive, whichever you've got handy and prefer to use, to stick this onto the back there. And then, as you can see, we've got two little tabs there, and then a top tab, and the same on the other end. So let me see if I need to chop any of this off. Where's a nice edge? Because it gives you a nice, I'll bring this right up to the camera and see if you can see. It gives you like a nice little embossed edge where it sort of flattened it a little bit more. So I want that to be at the top. And it's just hanging over a little bit. So I'm just going to trim off like a hair, like a 1/16 of an inch or something off the bottom of my guillotine. There we go. So that is the construction. So before we do all that, I'm going to just use some wet glue and adhere this. I find wet glue's handy for this kind of thing because it gives us that bit of wiggle time. So you can see that just by trimming that little hair off, I've just moved it away from the score line, so it's not pressing against that. So it's a lot neater. I think the easiest time to adhere things onto a box or some sort of 3D project is before you've assembled it. So I'm just going to stick this back bit on now before we assemble it. Okay, so this will line up very nicely in the centre here. That looks lovely. It's nice and sturdy now as well, having the extra layer there and then this extra back panel. So I am going to just use some wet glue for this, because this is a nice strong wet glue. So I'm confident that it will adhere to where it needs to be. So I'm just going to push in the side tabs so that when I fold it over, it's going to go down to where it needs to be. Yes, there's a bit of glue poking out, but that's okay. So I'm opening up the side tabs now so that I can, so that I can use my fingers to just hold that in place. Also, because I'm a bit of a neatster, I'm going to just use my pokey tool to get rid of that bit of glue, but the glue dries clear anyway, so there's no need to be as pedantic as me. Okay, so there we go. Our little box is fully formed. It's got happy birthday on the back and a little decorative panel. I've cut out the first flower, well, the flower components, but not actually stuck them together. So I'm going to, and that's going to go here. So what I'm going to do is cut out some more of these elements. So these dies, and there's a couple more dies here as well, and some leaves, and decorate the front and the back of the box. And then I'll see you back in a moment with the finished article. See you in a mo. And here we go, my crafty friends, the completed box. So this is our fully assembled and decorated lip balm / money roll holder, or any other small sort of thing that you could get into there. But here I've put in an actual lip balm so you can see the size. I really like the way this has turned out. I've added some little AB Aurora Borealis sequins, so they're sort of reflecting all of the light and sort of meshing really well with the colours that are there. And then I've put one in the centre as well. And then turning over, we've got our happy birthday and another floral arrangement with a few more sequins. So I think that is, again, just such a sweet little thing. And it's really handy, you know. I mean, if you're just wanting to give a small gift or give some money, but you don't just want to pop, you know, a note inside a card, or, you know, if you want to get someone that, you know, their favourite shade of lipstick, or, you know, a lip balm or something, it's just a really nice little versatile thing. So, and I say you can, it doesn't have to, even though the actual set itself comes with Merry Christmas, Love, You're a Dear, and Dear, and things like that, you can see that the only things I've actually used from this set for this design is the outer panel and that square. So it's really, really versatile, especially when you compare it to, you know, my project from last time. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'd love to know in the comments below, and what do you think that you'd use it for. So in the description box below there will be links to where you can buy all the products that I've used today. And that's all from me today, so I will see you soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye for now.